Yo, what up, it's Compton Rick Rob with Compton Rick Rob TV. Let's get straight into the news. Rapper YBN NAHMIR supposedly got his chain snatched in the city of Compton, which happened to be my hometown, as you guys can see. My thoughts on that is this. It's fake news. I take it as fake news because let me tell you something. When you come to Compton, California, I don't know about these other cities, South Central, Watts, Long Beach, and things like that. I'm going to tell you about my city. When you come to my city, best believe before you even get to the hoods, before you even get to these sections where the thugs at, the goons at, the gang members is at, it's going to be a phone call. Them phone calls is going to be made. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, you know we bringing so-and-so through the area today, man. Let's make sure that we got the perimeters set up so don't nobody come up in here, no rivals come up in here, take no pop shots, or we got people on the lookouts for the police that's here, for the people that's unarmed, that don't got what you call that paperwork for they firearms. Everything is already protected. Everything is already on deck. So if somebody call you to come to this city of mine, Compton, California, best believe you got to go through the proper channels. Even me, myself, when people come, I'll call, hey, man, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Rock? Hey, look, man, I got so-and-so come over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that everybody, you know, aware of what's going on. We're going to bring it through the G's today. We're going to bring it through the hood. Let him, you know, they want to meet some of the homies and, you know, they want to get some of this real California. Let's get it together. That's what I do. I even call and make sure before I bring somebody important or bring somebody of a high stature in the rap game, entertainment game, before I bring those guys over there, we go through the proper channels. Now, if a guy get his chain snatched in one of these neighborhoods, it definitely mean that the person that brung you over there, either they not a reputable, they don't got no rep, they don't got no say so, they just a nobody, and you done got fooled and you done got tricked and coming to this lion's den with this guy who you thought was somebody and he's nobody. It goes down like that sometimes. But if you go with somebody that got a name for themselves, they high up in ranking, they done went through all the proper channels and it still happened, that was a setup. Yeah, more than likely it was a setup. And best believe if somebody just did it, somebody out of the blue, just a youngster, somebody wild that did it, he definitely would have his issue. He would get taken care of because that ain't how the play go. So when I seen that this guy supposed to got his chain snatched in the city of Compton, I automatically knew it was fake news because the place that he's supposed to got it took at, them dudes over there, they not no broke dudes. Them dudes ain't starting for no money. Them dudes ain't no bums. Them dudes ain't hungry. Them dudes ain't fit. They not about to let nothing like that go down in they trenches. For one, they got a rapper by the name of Roddy Ricch that come out that environment. They didn't have plenty of rappers with big chains on and rolls. They didn't have people with money that stepped up in there and nothing happened to them. So I knew it was off the back fake. We don't get down like that in Compton, California. My city don't move like that. Them dudes over there, they not bums, they not broke, they not hungry, they not starving for no money. If anything, it probably was a skit. Hey, let's do this to get our name up, or let's do this to bring some attention to him. That's the only way I could see it. I couldn't see it going no other way. It doesn't go down like that in Compton. Compton is a little bit different from the cities on the outskirts. We move a little different. We do a little things different in the city of Compton. We don't really too much get caught up in a lot of that outside stuff. We don't do that. You can't find nowhere in the history of coming to Compton where somebody just, we don't, more of the story, we don't move like that. On the other things, I seen DW Flame on No Jumper walk off the show. He walked off the show. You know, I got to give a little clap to that. And, you know, at the same time, you got to look at it like this. When you sign up for No Jumper, everybody knows when it goes on there, Adam 22, he's going to put on the show. And we always get back to the No Jumper thing. And everybody, you know, I done already made videos about this. Everybody on the internet that made shows about Adam 22 on No Jumper. Right. So, you know, when you go on there, you already know the questions, you already know the games, you already know everything that's played. It's part of the show by now. Everybody know that this is part of the show, how they get down over there. So when I seen DW Flame walk off because Adam 22 called him a sassy BIT, you guys know the rest. It's two ways you could look at this. One could care about what the streets think about him, what his homies think about him, what his peers think about him, because where we come from, that B word is really not acceptable in the streets. In the street world, somebody calls you the B word, that's totally offensive. That goes against the rules, the culture of the streets. But you got other states, other towns, other cities that's a normal word. They call each other the B word, and it's no problem. The thing with this is, if this is your job, you know this your job, you were supposed to flip it. You're supposed to flip it. You shouldn't care what nobody thought. Your girl was there. I heard her in the background. So you're doing this for your family, for one. So I'm not saying take disrespect. It's not like he's calling you a B in the midst of conversation. He thinking that you guys are co-workers, you guys are cool, that you wouldn't take it that serious. And I don't even know how he's going to react to that later. You might have scared him, might have spooked him. But the B word, when he called you that, you were supposed to say, flip it back on him. I'm not a sassy B, for one. And furthermore, continue on. Let me see where you're going with it. And you were supposed to flip it. You wasn't supposed to get emotional. You're supposed to wait till the cameras went off, or put him to the side and talk to him after the show was over. But you was not supposed to let everybody see that. Cause I'm gonna me knowing that you've been there with him for all these months, and y'all done played around, and it had been a whole lot of sex talk going on against street rules. Either way, I would have just took it like this. I would have said, you know what? I'm gonna talk to this dude when the show go off, because everybody's seen you guys playing like that. But what you did was you illustrated to everybody that you still worrying about what your peers going to think. You worrying about what people that's not putting a dime in your pocket going to think. This dude brought you on this platform, gave you a platform, even gave you a show where you could make money, take care of your family, take care of your kids. Because I seen on one show on the internet, it seemed like before you even got big in the internet world, that you was, on the streets, in the street life. So to make that change, follow your dreams, get to where you're going. All this is part of your dreams. Don't get tricked out of your position. I'm not saying the B word, calling somebody that is cool. What I accept it, not somebody calling me that directly, but if I know that we having a show and he's clowning, I'm going to find a way to make it more entertaining. What he did, flip it back on him. But the only reason why I'm clapping, because you did stand up for yourself and you walked off the show. You did that for the street people, but the street people is not going to be the ones that's going to be buying your albums. They're not going to be the one helping you support anything you do. It's the people outside of the streets that spend the most money on music. People that spend the most time being your one of your fans is not going to be the street guys. So that's something that you should work on in the future when you're doing this podcast and things like that. Set your rules up, set your boundaries up. That way, when you set your boundaries up, your coworkers know how to go about that. But back to earlier, I still want to speak a little bit about that. I sat down with Compton G Uno Saturday. I guess he had a meeting for his music, and one of the things that one of the guys that was there had a meeting with him told Compton G Uno, he said a lot of these record companies and a lot of these record labels really don't want to deal with the street dudes that's really in the streets, because there's a lot that come with it. They don't want to lose their investment. They put insurance on you though, but they don't want you to go out there and get the bag taken away, get the bag blown by you being so heavy in the streets. So a lot of these dudes that's coming from LA, from the LA area, all this down here, the gang banging, the craziness, the on the internet, all this crazy stuff that's going on, is kind of bad for business. That's why they will hire somebody that's really not a street dude, but he got the street image, he got the tattoos, he could rap the street stuff. They'll take a chance on putting money on him than the actual real guy that's from the streets. So you guys that's trying to get in the rap game and you wonder why you're not getting signed to these big labels, it's because of the street mentality. So when I see somebody on the internet talking about somebody took a chain from somebody in Compton, that kind of puts a bad rep on Compton. That kind of puts a bad taste in the mouth for the people that's saying, you know what, I want to sign somebody from over in that area. But by that happened, look, those dudes are, that's just not, if they taking a chain from somebody, imagine if we put them in a room and show them $1 million, what they probably had this whole thing, everybody in here tied up. But anyway, man, it's Compton Rick Rock TV, and we going to the next one.